Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Women Making an Impact Live. I am super excited for this conversation because it's one that I think we as women, we don't focus a lot on. At least I am guilty of it. I tend to think that naturally my skin will take care of itself. So today's conversation is about self-care and skincare. I have a special guest today. My guest is Vania. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate you being here with us. For those of you who are watching the replay or watching us live, drop in the comments. Let us know, what is your skincare routine? What is something that you do? And do you even focus on skincare, right? We're having a in-depth conversation today as to what it is. I'm your host, Solita Roberts, image coach and personal stylist. My goal is to empower women through style, ensuring that you have the closet confidence and clarity that you need to go out and achieve the things that you want. So thank you very much for being here. Vania, tell me, because this is a big one, right? I as I said, I'm guilty of it. I
Uh-huh.
don't practice any form of skincare. How did you get into this field?
Right. Well, Salita, first, thank you so much for having me. And I think it is so true that we as women and men also that our brand is our image, and we also need to be able to take care of ourselves, skin, clothing, and otherwise. And that's part of the reason why I got into it. But the ultimate reason is close to home. It's family. We have a daughter, my husband and I. We started the skincare business back last year, November of 2020. And we have two daughters now, a 5-year-old and we have a 5-month-old. And our older daughter, who is 5, she, as a baby, suffered from excessively dry skin, which is common among, your minority ethnicities. And with her skincare, she suffered from excessively dry skin, eczema breakouts, and she still suffers from time to time. Just we're trying to really navigate the internal piece of it. But we got into all natural skincare because we wanted to find a solution, an effective solution or a treatment to really help her overcome and to reduce her suffering, because she would, excessively scratch and
Yeah.
have dryness. And it was just, as a mother, you don't want to see that for your child, and you wonder what it is you can do. And so the commercial brands that we had been using weren't really effectively treating her skin. So we said, what can we do? The first thing that we looked at, as we do with food or anything, we want to know where it's made. We want to know the root of where it comes from. And so what we did, we looked at the ingredient list on the back of the label. Take any skincare product that you may use, your lotion, your body wash, your soap, your shampoo. You look on the back of those labels on the ingredient list, and the first ingredient is typically water or agua or some type of water, right? And then it's followed by a host of other ingredients that I can't say or pronounce.
Yeah.
You're wondering, what is the social science experiment that that's being performed right now? And then we wonder why we have the constant breakouts. Um, when you have water as the primary ingredient, you have to add lots of preservatives, lots of chemicals in order to maintain the shelf life of those products.
Okay.
And in doing so, the chemicals and the toxins and things that are in those products, they're not conducive to the skin. They cause excessive irritation, and that's what we were noticing. Water is a natural. It dries out your skin. If you notice, when you take long showers, a lot of times we come out and we're like, we feel refreshed, but
Yeah.
what is it really doing to our skin? And so we thought we were doing the right thing. However, it just so happened that what we thought was good was really causing more harm than good. Um, so we wanted to go what we call anhydrous. Anhydrous meaning that our products are created without water. So our products are all natural. We have all natural ingredients. When you
Okay.
look on the back of our ingredient list, you don't see the dozens of products and ingredients that have the long names and scientific names that you can't say or pronounce. You have simple ingredients of nature that you can Google and find out what it is that they do, and the natural healing properties that they offer. And so that's kind of how we got into it. We wanted to find a solution for our daughter. And now our second daughter, she uses the same products as well. So they have proven to work effectively.
Oh, that is awesome. And it's always good when we can find the solutions for ourselves, right? And not necessarily trying these different products. And I agree with you. I've looked at products and like trying to read the names, but and I guess maybe this is one of the reasons why I don't focus on it so much, because I'll look at a product and I'm reading, I'm like, okay, what is this word? Like, what is
Hmm.
like what it is, which kind of like reminded me of the proactive product when that first came out. I remember that was a big thing, and my mom had gotten some of the products for my sister because she had this really bad acne problem, like really really bad, and we just didn't know where it came from. And my mom was like, that was the buzz. My mom got it, and my sister would use it, and then one day I was like, why is it my sister's damaging my towels with bleach? Like, why is she doing the laundry with colors and putting bleach in it? Because I thought that's what she was doing, until one day I tried the product, used my towel to wipe my face, towel dry, and there was this bleach stain. And I was like, okay, this is the product that we're putting on our faces? Like, how is this helpful? If it's doing this to the towel, what is it doing to our face? And
Hmm.
I think for persons like myself, we're not into like I cannot tell you half of the products what it is and why I should use it. But you're talking about natural products that you put in your products. What are some of those natural products? And it's kind of interesting that you said water is not one of those natural products.
It's not, water is used again to preserve the shelf life, and it also helps to, um, if you notice the products that have water, you don't have to use as you have to use more of it because you have to spread it out more, right? Our products are more viscous. Without water, you get a more concentrated product. It's more luxurious. It's richer. Um, some of the ingredients that you can find in our products: frankincense, myrrh. We have lavender, 24 karat gold mica. These are things that are all natural ingredients, things that you can find in the environment. We're also very sustainable. We pride ourselves on being a sustainable company. The products are luxurious. The packaging is also sustainable, however, because we want to preserve the packaging matters.
Yeah.
Um, with our products. And so some of those are just a few of the ingredients. And I mean, I can show you, we have like, this is one of our cleansers. We have like kale and clay that we use as like an exfoliant and a detoxifying agent to help with cleansing your pores. Glycolic acid, activated charcoal. These are things that are safe on your body. Again, we don't want to bleach our skin.
Yeah.
That's not what we want.
Yeah.
We want natural because our skin is going to do what it is intended to do. However, what we do promote at Nabakendo All Natural Skincare, is that we believe that it starts from the inside. What are you consuming? What is it? What are your stress levels like? What is your tolerance? And so those are also things that we think that matter, that we know and believe that matter as well to the overall health of your skin.
Oh, that is like I've Googling skincare and hearing skincare experts like yourself talk about it. That's something I think for everything aspects of our life, everything starts from within, right? Whatever we put in, that's what's coming out.
Yes.
And which is kind of interesting. Obviously, I have this. So for me, a lot of people will eat chocolate and it will come out in their face. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
happen for me. What happens, my skin will itch. Like I don't get pimples from eating a lot of chocolate, but my skin, I will literally get rashes from eating too much sweet,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of so. Do you kind of like thinking, because for when I think about me in terms of how I approach skincare, I think, and we're talking from the inside, obviously, which is kind of like the reverse one, we have to pour water inside.
Yes.
So drinking more water helps with, I guess, um, detoxifying the body, getting all those things. Whereas when we're putting it on our skin, it's less water. It's kind of like that's interesting because I never would have thought about a product. If I saw water in a product, I'd be like, yeah, that's a natural product,
Mhm.
ingredients that I should get that one. What happens if you, because when I look at my face, I'm not sure if I have dry skin or oily skin, because there are moments I wash my face and it's completely dry. As soon as I put a moisturizer on, it just can be a little bit, it goes completely oily, shiny. What causes that, and what would you recommend as, someone who has that type of skin problem, so to speak?
Well, first, it's understanding the type of skin that you have, and that could easily change, based on environmental factors. Again, what you're consuming, the seasonal factors. I know my skin is a lot drier in the wintertime, especially me where I'm located. My skin tends to be a lot drier in the winter, and I get a lot oilier in the summer. Um, it could range from a matter of what did I eat the day before,
Yeah.
what environment. If I just got out of the shower, for example, and I'm in a hot and steamy environment, you're putting water on top of water, and you just got out of water. You know what I mean? And so then you're wondering, why is your skin oily? But then throughout the day, as you your skin absorbs that product. What is it that um what is happening is, as you eat throughout the day, you're adding up all of these factors, correct? And you want to know, for those who have different types of skin, our skin is going to change just like the seasons. We shed 500 million skin cells per day.
Wow.
500 million. So I just depending, it's all based on personal preference, but it's recommended that you wash your face twice a day at least. Twice a day is good because you don't want to overly excessively wash and irritate your skin. But after you wash your face, it's good to let it dry. You don't want to add moisture on top of moisture, especially if your product is based in water. If you're already coming out of the shower, you're sweat, you may be a little hot, sweaty, you're already wet. You
Yeah.
don't want to add excessive water. Then your skin, you have too much water, and then your skin will be drier. It may end up in excessive dryness later on as your skin absorbs all of the moisture and the water that is going into your skin. Consuming ample amount of water is also important, because the more water that you consume, in alignment with your body weight and things of that nature, because we all don't require the same amounts of water. They say that 8 glasses is recommended. However, that can vary, give or take a few ounces based on your body weight and what all you consume and how active you are. But if you're consuming enough water naturally, that will filter through on the outside, and you won't need to, your skin will regulate as a process, as the result of you um, flushing out of the toxins. It could be a result of the toxins that are accumulating in your body. So these are all things that we keep in mind as far as those who have different types of skin. I get clients who ask me all the time, I have breakouts, like I just have this, I woke up and my face was just broken out. Something that we recommend is to also change your pillowcases, your pillow sheets,
Yeah.
twice a week, because in our sleep we sweat, we salivate. Those are things that contribute, and if you're sleeping in that, your skin is affected as a result. So we do that. That's why we recommend washing your face twice a day. So those are just a few tips to help with some of the breakouts and things that I hear a lot of our clients talk about.
Oh no, that is great. Those are some of the things that I wonder myself. So that's very helpful. Something that I like, there's so many products on the market, like so many products to do so many different things. You can there's the mask, there's the, if you want to get rid of a pimple quickly, and it's overwhelming. It could be overwhelming. At least it is for me. And I'm a give me two or three products that can do the same thing or do all the things that I need without me having to get a serum for aging, without me having to get this for breakouts, without me having to get that. Before I get to like specifics on that, what I wanted to know when it comes to exfoliating, how often should you do it? Because that's something that I wonder, is it once a week or should I be doing it like every day? What is your recommendation?
Well, my recommendation, it really depends on your skin type. I don't recommend exfoliating every day. Um, Depending on your skin type, if you have drier skin, one time a week is typically what I would recommend, because if you over exfoliate, you're already shedding naturally 500 million skin cells a day. Exfoliation simply means that you are manually shedding those dead skin cells in addition to what's already naturally coming off. So if you're over exfoliating, that will cause the redness, the dryness, the breakouts, because your body wasn't naturally designed to shed excessively in what it's already shedding. So if you have dry skin, for example, one time a week is typically sufficient. For those with oily to combination skin, that's oily and a combination of oily and dry skin, and from what you're saying, oily and dry skin is what you experience,
Yeah.
I would recommend twice a week. So maybe every 3 to 4 days, as far as exfoliation. We have a microdermabrasion paste, which works. It's a gritty feel, and it works to really work. It's like a rough, grainy feel.
Yeah.
It works to really lift and to detoxify the skin cells. So that way, when you wipe it off, it's like baby smooth, and you can really tell. You can really tell the difference in how it should feel when you remove skin cells as it should be and not overly so.
Okay.
uh, you can tell the difference. And then in addition to that, using it in all natural products, again, no water. These are ingredients from the earth, but you got to remember to drink your water. You have to drink the water. Green tea is also something that I think is a great thing to drink. I did a segment on it on my LinkedIn a week or two ago about the health properties of green tea. It helps with circulation of the blood. It helps with skin. It helps with metabolism, all of the above. So green tea is also a very good property to drink for your skin,
Yeah.
if you want the extra glow.
Interesting that you said that, because I saw that on your LinkedIn page, and I was like, oh, so I guess I'm doing something right then. Because
Yes.
I'm a like, I don't drink coffee. Tea
Mm-hmm.
is my drug of choice. It's calming, it's soothing for me. And green tea is definitely one of those that I drink. I love a little bit of lemon in it.
Yes.
Like for me, I can't just have it. I need flavor. I'm a Caribbean girl. We love
Mm-hmm.
flavor, right? I
Yes,
need
I'm a
a
Southern girl. We need flavor, and I'm married to a West African guy, so we're all about the flavor over here.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, I love flavor, but it's kind of, when I saw that, I was like, oh, because I've seen like people talk about products with, and they'll say like, oh, it has like green tea elements in it for like your face. Is that something that you would suggest that as a natural ingredient that we use as well on our face?
Natural ingredient for as far as what's in green tea.
So I'm trying to remember, because there's some influencers that I follow on Instagram, and they will talk about like giving a breakdown of certain products, and they'll be like, okay, so whatever that component is in green tea, that there's certain products that you find with that component. Have you ever heard that? Is there products that have similar um, not products? I can't say products to say products, but similar formula or makeup that green tea itself has.
As far as skincare products?
Yes, skincare products.
That's a good question. I'm not sure what all the products are in green tea. That's something that I would have to do more research on, to be honest with you. But I will say that I'll say that because green tea is a natural herb, they have natural herbs in
Yeah.
them, that it would pair nicely with our all natural ingredients. All natural is the way to go. Our country now is on this new health craze. Everyone is into fitness and working out and eating healthy. So if you're on the all natural and healthy route, I really see no wrong in, how it could be wrong to pair the natural herbs and green tea with our skincare products, because they're both all natural. I hope that's the best that I can answer that question. I would have to look at, because green tea, I don't know if all green tea is made equal.
I don't think so either, because they taste differently.
They taste differently. There's so much out there. There are different companies, different manufacturers, depending on where it's from. Different places make it differently, and it's just.
What's your the best brand that you recommend? Which one do you love?
Well, I have you put me on the spot with that. The brand that I have, I can't recall. It's in my cabinet.
Okay.
But I have I don't think it matters the brand. Sometimes I just get store brand green tea. Honestly, the brands don't make much of the difference to me as far as, I don't have a favorite. I'm not really into the brands of tea. I do like tea. I have a guilty pleasure, however, which, like you, going back to the chocolate, I love hot chocolate as a beverage. It's good for the heart, and I've actually noticed that chocolate does wonders for my skin. For some reason, whenever I drink hot chocolate, I notice that my skin has this extra glow. Now, I'm not saying that this is the case for everyone, but for myself, it works differently for different people. But hot chocolate, I notice, really helps to soothe me, and I drink it year round, and it's good for the heart as well. So I like hot chocolate, but I also drink tea as well. I'm not a big coffee person either.
Yeah. Like, I love the smell of coffee.
Yeah,
all the coffee family, the cappuccino, the frappuccino. I love the smell of it. Like, I would sit down in a cafe and just smell it, but to drink it doesn't work with me. Which is like, it's just something weird. It's just not. I prefer the tea. It's more calming for me.
Right.
Yeah. So as we talk about the natural products and really getting into, one of the things that I realized, that as a Black woman, I don't find like the products are made specific, or like they're products made specifically with us in mind for our skin, because I think our skin is a little bit different from everyone else. Outside of your products, I mean, we're talking about, I love the idea that you have natural products. Before you started your product line, was there a specific product as a woman of color that you found worked for you?
My mother, she swore by certain products, that she used coming up. I used to use certain products, store-bought, like Pond's, to moisturize my face, the Pond's cream.
Yeah.
I've used things like Neutrogena, yes. Do I notice the difference with the all natural? Most definitely. Now, again, because I've heard people that say that they've used other store-bought products, but they say I'm not gaining the results that I would have liked. Now, I've seen tried and true people that have used our products versus commercially brand products, and they say I can tell a drastic difference. Again, the product shelf life, I'll tell you a funny story. to visit my mother and my father, and my mom had. I was just in her closet, her bathroom cabinet one day, and I was like, "Mom, what is this?" And she had like this lotion. It was literally from the 80s,
Wow.
and it was still good. I don't remember the brand, but it was a popular product that was still used. It was I think it was a skincare product that she'd used from like the 80s. Skin and hair. It was like a skin and a hair care. They had a similar brand, it was one line that sold hair care and skincare products in the 80s. And I said, Mom, why do you still have this? This was maybe about 10 years ago. And she still had it and it was just as good. And I said, typically when things are good for you, they will spoil.
Yeah.
And that's one thing, fresh foods, for example. If it lasts too long, you start to question. Like if I had a loaf of bread one day that lasts, or one time that I bought from the store, and it didn't mold. It was like good for, I don't know, like a month,
Whoa.
a whole month. And I was like, should I eat it? Now it's not molded. Typically we look for the mold, right?
Yeah.
But you wonder. Now our products have a shelf life of up to 2 years, again, because they're all natural. But 2 years is sufficient. You would expect to have used it if you're using it consistently. Again, we talked about earlier, consistency being key in anything that we do,
Yeah.
to really see an effective difference in our skincare or anything that we do in life. Consistency is what we should abide by. And so with a 2 year shelf life, our products, you will definitely see a difference. And I think I'm a firm believer that when people continue to use our products, that they will see a drastic difference, and they'll continue to use them. And the shelf life shouldn't matter. If you're consistently using a product and you enjoy the use of the product, because I believe our products are fun. We have a whole line of things. Mud masks, body butters, vegan bars, exfoliants. When you are taking care of your skin and you're enjoying doing it, the shelf life shouldn't matter. So I think that that's something to consider.
Yeah, I was so sad that I didn't get the chance to receive the box so we can talk about it. Can I have it and I can use it and we'll do an evaluation, but maybe next time. And interesting that you said shelf life, because I know like for makeup, I didn't know this before. I did not know this. I buy my makeup, and if it takes like my foundation or whatever, if it takes 5 years to finish, that's how long I will use it. Until recently, when you don't know, you just don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
It
Right.
was, I honestly speaking, it was only until the Fenty product came out and there was this
Mm-hmm.
big buzz, and I was following what people were talking about, and makeup artists started to talk about expiration date on these products. I'm like, there's an expiration date. I thought I'd just use it until it's finished, like whenever that is. But now you're saying for skincare products, are you saying there's, because from what I'm, correct me here if I'm wrong, because this is not my area of expertise. On a foundation, there's that expiration date 25M or whatever, and they say that's the date when you open it. So if it says 12 months and you open it today, so it's 12 months from the day you open it. The products that you manufacture, is it 2 years from the date that I open it? Is that how it works? The expiration date?
Yes, it's 2 years from the day that you open it. Now, our products are currently handmade to order, so there's a very short time and turnaround from the time that they're made to the time that they should be used. Our hope and our expectation, hopefully, is that when our clients order our products, that they'll be using them shortly within the time that they receive them. So yes, 2 years from the time that they're open, because they're sealed, they're covered and sealed, and so the safety seal is on the products.
Yeah.
So they're good until they are opened. Yes.
Okay, because when we're talking about going back to consistency and mindset, that was the reason why I asked that, because I'm that person. I have not developed a consistent enough skincare routine to be able to use a product within, because some of the products that I've ventured into will give me like, okay, a 6 months window, or a couple of months. And for me, because I'm going to admit I don't have a self-care routine. I haven't developed that consistent level enough to do it. Like I was telling you offline, I would attend to my skin if I see a problem. So if I got up one morning and I have way too many pimples that I'm accustomed to, or I usually have like a itch spot here, and
Mm-hmm.
that's an indication to me, like I'll have a like hives or something here. That's an indication to me that I need to wash my hair. Like, you need to get that's usually what it is.
Yeah.
But I would only attend to these, like my skin, whenever there's a problem. So it's good to know that there are products with a longer shelf life, right? Because developing a routine and a mindset overnight to take care of your skin isn't going to happen every day. It's not going to happen overnight, right? It takes, unfortunately, because we're not accustomed to doing it, it takes like baby steps, things that you can do on a daily basis. What are some things that you would suggest for persons like myself who needs to develop a skincare routine? What are some 2 or 3 things that I can do daily, or maybe 3 times a week, to
Mm-hmm.
get myself in the habit and at the same time be able to take care of my skin?
Well, as far as it relates to the products that we would offer, it all starts with a mindset. I heard you mention earlier that oftentimes we don't address problems until they're right upon us.
Yeah.
Um, we believe at Nabakendo, All Natural Skincare, that we believe in preventative measures. Again, it starts from the inside. So making sure that we're taking care of our bodies internally, eating the things that we should be eating, drinking the water to flush out the toxins. Those tips like changing your bed sheets daily, changing the facial towels that you use daily, so as not to cause excessive irritation to those areas of your skin where you experience breakouts. For someone who's looking to really establish a routine, I would just say try 1 to 2 products again, because there's so much out there.
Yeah.
There's so much out there. And it can be overwhelming to go and to say, okay, I have the skincare problem. Now, what am I going to do? Or it's a recurring problem. It may not be one particular problem, like an isolated incident, but it can be recurring, like people that have, hyperpigmentation, they experience acne. It's a problem that they've had recurring. People that really want to establish a routine, but just don't know how. We have products for that. We also have bundle packages that only include 2 to 3 products. We have a daily facial care regimen for people who
Okay.
are looking to really implement this into their day-to-day routine. Now, because I know everyone's not into skincare, and again, and this is not just a female problem, this is a male problem too, which is a common misconception that men don't care about skincare, they don't have skincare issues. Our skin is our largest organ, and a lot of times what a lot of us are judged and based upon first meeting others. And so it's something that we should aim to take care of, but how to do it. We make it easy. We say, okay, the first thing that you do in the morning, most people wake up, they brush their teeth, they wash their face. Okay, we have a facial cleanser for that. We have vegan bars for that, so that you're cleansing from the neck down. And then we have our moisturizers. In there, you're good to go. We also have we have facial moisturizers just targeted for the face as well, which come in our facial sets. And so it's just all about really what you're wanting to do. Are you wanting a holistic skincare routine, or are you just targeting the facial area? I know, for me, I had problems with back acne for years and still suffer from that, and still working to effectively treat that with our all natural products. Things, like you said, they don't go away overnight. And I'll admit, like, it takes consistency on all parts. Just because, we may be skincare experts, we all have to be accountable and utilize our own products for the advancement of our skin. And so in order to do that, I think that it starts with the mind and internally. So that's what I would recommend. I don't know if does that answer your question? And
yes, and I do. I do have a follow up to that, but it's kind of what I found that you just said, and I think whenever we talk about skincare, we always focus on the face.
On the face, exactly.
Yeah. It's because I never like said, okay, I'm going to develop a skincare routine for my body. It's always okay, I need skincare products for my face. Yes, that's the your smile is there, your eyes. This is how you connect most of the time, when you're connecting with people. But it's not that you said that. It's like, yeah, we should actually be working on the full body, like when it comes to skincare. What is some, because I did not think of this before we got on this call. Like, I seriously did what most persons would have done, which is to focus on the face. Like, what are the products we use for our faces? So we're talking about, I know there are persons like you just mentioned, you suffer from back acne. I am not sure what other illnesses do we have with our skin that we may need treatment for. Are you familiar with anything else that people may have suffered from?
The most common that I know people suffer from, psoriasis and eczema. Those are the two most common, especially in the African American community. We have a rejuvenate that is with frankincense and myrrh. Like, we love it. That's what we recommend for people who suffer from those types of skincare conditions. And, again, the first question that I ask people is, okay, tell me a little bit about, what you think has caused the skincare condition. What type of environment are you in? Yeah. What is your diet like? Your water consumption. And the first thing people tell me is, well, I don't drink as much water as I should. I can attest that I'm not the most faithful at water. I don't necessarily like water either, but I make myself to consume it in order to promote the all natural and the holistic image that I'm achieving right now as far as our all natural skincare. There are things like cucumbers, lemon, apple, and carrot juice that I drink also that has helped with my skin. I know that my grandmother, she suffered from an open wound when I was a little girl, and my aunt, she used to come here from Texas. She used to come home from Texas, and she used to make my grandmother apple and carrot smoothies. And it did wonders. And over the course of a few months, her wound healed tremendously. And I never, as a little girl, I couldn't understand what was really transpiring. But over time, I said, and it was nothing but all natural. Like, all she did was go to, the local store and get, carrots and apples, and she would juice them. So it's all about consumption. Again, we're all on this new health craze. We're concerned about what we're putting in our bodies, but when we are concerned with what radiates on the outside, we should ask ourselves, is it really what we think it is? Because we like to read labels on food, but I don't think a lot of the clients that I've encountered,
the words are too big.
The words are too big. How can you really understand what you're putting on your skin, and the words are so big you don't know. Yep. So that's a definite. Just education is key. We're really working to educate our clients and those around us about what it means to have healthy skin, and what that really looks like.
Yeah, it's interesting that we're talking about water consumption. Like, I would tell you, I've had this bottle of water for at least a week now. That's how
you're almost finished.
Like, I hate water. Like, there's just nothing to it, right? I've
Yeah.
tried different ways of, because I know I don't drink a lot of water, and we know we have to, pour water into our bodies to be able to function, and our organs to do all the things that they need to do. So I've
Mhm.
found like different tricks and said, okay, maybe if I do a cucumber water, maybe if I do a fruit water, maybe if I do, and hoping that I never looked at it in terms of helping my skin, but more of me drinking more water. So it's kind of like interesting that you said that. I'm like, guilty. I try to keep a bottle of water next to me to at least finish. It's like I'm horrible at I'm horrible at it. But yeah. Um now this was really great. I specifically wanted to have this conversation because summer is coming up, right? And I can tell you, when we're talking about skincare, I do not use any form of sunscreen. Not that I don't think or I believe, because there was this belief that, of course, we say black don't crack. There was that. And I was
Yes,
like, oh, we don't get sunburn. I live in the Caribbean. I don't get sunburn until one day.
exactly.
Until
Mhm.
one day I went sailing out on the
Mhm.
water for a couple of hours, and I got home, skin in pain, and I was wearing the outfit that I wore on the boat for months. That day I
Yes.
was like, okay, yeah, okay. I definitely
Yes.
need some some sunscreen, but it's not something that I use every day. Do
Mhm.
you have products that have is it SPF they call it? Do your
It is
products have that in there?
SPF. So we currently don't have an actual sunscreen product on our line right now. We do recommend that you wear a sunscreen, and that is a common myth that black don't crack. Now, because we are melanated, we have a little bit more protection from the sun,
Yeah.
but that can also cause irritation. You don't want to be in the sun too much because our skin we can still get sunburn from the sun on our skin. Now, it's recommended SPF around 30 is what African Americans should use, but it really is. There's no definitive um, measure of how much sunscreen that should be used for sunscreen because we as melanin, we all have different levels of melanin. African
Yeah.
American and European descent, and all any descent, any ethnicity, we all have different melanin.
Oh, kind of lost that connection for a moment.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we're back.
Back, we're back.
Yes.
Um, yes, but yes, health experts, they all recommend, as do I, that sunscreen is, especially in the summer months, is recommended. Yes.
Yeah, I know
Especially if
that's
you're going to be out there for extended periods. Because
oh, hi, Vania. Okay, yes. So it seems as though we're having some technical issues. So we're gonna try and wrap this up so that put it all in a bundle so we don't lose the gist of the conversation. As we, wrap this up, what I wanted to know, I think you did touch on it a little bit, but let's put this in just two or three products, essential products, regardless of your skin type or maybe like your severity of your skincare illness that you may have. What are two or three products that we should have and we should use every single day?
every single day. So, again, the first thing is starting off with a facial cleanser.
Okay.
And we have if you have sensitive skin, one skin tip is to cleanse gently.
Okay.
A lot of us think that we have to scrub and scrub and scrub in order to get our skin clean. But if you have a good cleanser, it'll do the work. And so we have our alpha hydroxy facial cleanser here.
Okay.
Um, only 7 ingredients here. Sunflower oil, chamomile extract, lavender essential oil, just to name a few of the ingredients. So this is something that I use every day faithfully on my skin. And we also have our purifying facial cleanser when you need more of a deep detoxifying cleanser to
Okay.
get really deep into your pores. Facial cleansers are a necessity when you're just on the grab and go. We also recommend
Toners.
it helps to even out the skin, and it also helps to soak in the exfoliants from the cleanser. So a cleanser and a toner are definitely a must. Microderm abrasion paste. This is a deep exfoliant
Okay.
that we have. We recommend at least once weekly. However, depending on your skin type, some may say 2 to 3 times weekly if you have oilier skin.
Okay.
Now, that's for the face. Now, for the body, we recommend we have our vegan cleansing bars, and we call them vegan bars, but they're used like soap. This is our lavender oatmeal soap. I don't know if you can see
Oh,
that.
that's gorgeous.
Thank you. And it smells heavenly. It's our vegan bar again because we don't use any animal products. All of our products are anhydrous. They're made without water, because the water is an irritant of the skin and it causes microorganisms to grow, which means that you have to add preservatives. We don't want microorganisms on our skin.
Yeah.
That's gross. And then we don't want that the microorganisms cause excessive irritation. And then we also have as a body butter, this is our Illuminate. A lot of our women like this for the extra glow. It's, again, no water, very viscous. It's a very concentrated product, so a little bit goes a long way. And then for those who experience skin conditions like psoriasis, eczema, hyperpigmentation, we recommend our Rejuvenate. And this is made out of frankincense and only has 5 ingredients. Shea butter. All of our body butters are shea butter based. This has safflower oil, jojoba oil, frankincense, and myrrh. And
I
so these are things that I would say if you had to have anything, these are the must-have products.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Definitely something, because it's kind of giving me a thought. Maybe I'll do a summer giveaway package for one of my tribe, someone in my community, to be able to, let's work on skincare, making it a habit, practicing it every day, and ensuring that we do what's necessary for us to preserve our skin and ensure that we have a longer, happier, healthier lifestyle. Right?
Yes.
It's not just about the things that we put in our bodies, but also the things that we put on the outside of our bodies that help. So thank you very much for joining, Vanita. I appreciate you being here. I'm super excited to see what that sample package look like, and maybe have a conversation later on that. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in. If you're watching the replay or you watching it live, thank you very much for joining us. Let us know if you have any other questions when it comes to your skincare routine. What is it, some products that you may be trying and you're questioning or anything like that. Vanita is definitely the person that you could connect with, because for me, I like the idea of using natural products. I like the idea as well of not having too many products, ingredients in the products that I'm using. So that is awesome. So thank you very much, Vanita, for being here. Next week, just to let you guys know, next week, Monday, there's that's going to be Labor Day weekend. Is it Independence weekend? Which one is it?
Independence Day.
Independence weekend, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm kind of thinking of trying to get myself from Caribbean to American, and then making sure I have the holidays right. But there'll be no LinkedIn Live that Monday. We'll be back the following Monday with another guest. So thank you very much for joining. Have a great one and take care. Bye.
Bye.